I'm going to show you how to create a PowerPoint presentation really quick. First thing to do though is you want to go ahead and have a outline in Microsoft Word that you can go ahead and use. This one's already formatted, has some color, but it has to be even simpler than that. You can go ahead and note that it doesn't have to be anything complicated. It just has to have a certain structure so that you can use it into PowerPoint. The structure has to be an outline. So if we look at the outline right here, this is level 1, this is level 2. So all you need to do is to open the outline view, and whatever you want a bullet point to be, whatever you want to be a bullet point has to be level 2. Whatever's a header is level 1. So these 3 are level 2s. This one is level 1. The next thing to do is to go ahead and bring it into a PowerPoint presentation. To do that, open PowerPoint, go to the File menu, select Open, navigate to wherever you have your outline. I like to keep everything in a folder. Make sure you select all files. Make sure you select the outline that you want to use. In my case, this is how I name my outline. I click Open, and now I see an import of all my slides that I had on my outline. Alright, next we're going to go ahead and choose a design. I'm going to click on the Design tab. I'm using PowerPoint 2010, by the way. I decided to use this version instead of the earliest version or the latest version because most of you might not have it. And this is in Windows. And the Mac is a little different. But the concepts are the same. So I'm going to go to the Design tab. I am going to choose one of these themes. These themes, as soon as you hover, change. I'm going to go ahead and select this one, which will put a French of some colors here. I'm going to go ahead and select for colors, agency, then font. I'm going to switch the font from it being Cambria and whatever else is going on there to median. Notice that automatically the font doesn't change. I need to do something extra, and I'll show you that in a little bit. Then we want to go ahead and select background styles and choose this one, which will have a little texture. I'm going to change the font. To change the font, I'm going to go ahead and go to the outline view, which is on the left hand side. Select all. Go back to the Home tab and then choose from the pull down menu from the fonts for the headings. This will go ahead and convert all the fonts to the fonts that needs to be. Now you see right here on the apostrophe how it added a space. I need to change that, and in order for me to change that, I would need to go ahead and remove that apostrophe and then give it the apostrophe that belongs there. I'm going to go ahead and change all of them right now. Okay, I have changed all my apostrophes. Now one of the things that I want to do is to change the first slide to be a title slide. I'm going to right click on the slide here on the left hand side, and I'm going to go ahead and choose Layout, Title Slide, and this will go ahead and make this one slide a little different than the others. At this point, if I wanted to create a new slide, I just go to the Home tab, New Slide, click, and it'll give me a slide that has this title and bullet points, or any other icon that which will allow me to insert media or pictures or tables. And I could just type here, and then here, and then here. To delete this slide, I just simply select the slide, right click, delete slide. Next, I want to animate the text on the bullets. That means I want them to have the text coming from the left and then dim as we move on to the next bullet point. To do that, though, I need to go ahead and change a little bit the master slide so that I don't have to go slide by slide in making that change for each slide. So to do that, I'm going to go to the View tab and select Slide Master. In the Slide Master, I'm able to go ahead and select the slide that I want to edit. In this case, I have these bullets. I'm only going to use 2 levels, so I'm going to delete that. And also, I want this text to be at least 30. So I'm going to select this one to be 30, let's say 32. And this one, let's say 36. I also want to animate these two bullets, so I'm going to highlight that, go to animations, have it fly in, change the effect option to come from the left, open my animation pane, choose start on click, so this one comes in first and then this one comes in second. Then from underneath the pull down menu, I'm going to go to effect options, select after animation don't dim. I actually want to dim it, and I'm going to select this color. Then click OK. So this is what's going to happen when I'm playing it. Great. Let's move on. To go back to normal slide view, go to the Slide Master tab. To go back to the normal view, go to the View tab, click on the Normal button, and now you're back on your presentation. Next, I want to show you how to bring in images. To bring an image, you can simply go to the Insert tab and then insert the image, and I'll show you how to do that, but there's another way. If you click on the slide where you want to have a picture here on the right, and you change it by right-clicking on it, Layout, and then to Content, then you'll have this box which will allow you to click on this button, which will allow you to go ahead and search your desktop for images. I have them all in my PowerPoint and I number them 1 through 9. This is where picture number 1 goes. I select the picture, click insert. Now I have my picture in there. And I continuously do that. I go ahead and go to the next slide, and this one has one slide that has text and one picture, and I'm going to change the layout to content. Click on this, it will remember where I was before. Select picture 2. This one has one picture as well and one bullet point, so I can go ahead and do the same thing. Layout to content, bring out this right here. Now, what if you wanted to have a picture where it's not just text picture? What if you wanted to have two pictures in here, one on top of each other? If I go ahead and convert this to two columns, then it only allows me to go ahead and select one picture. That's where the insert picture comes in. I'm going to go ahead and bring picture 5, which brings this picture, which I can move, I can resize. I'm going to bring another one. I can rotate them also by clicking on the top and moving it over. Now see how this picture is behind this picture right here? You can go ahead and bring the pictures back to forth by selecting the picture you want to bring to the foreground, right clicking, bring to front or forward, or right clicking on it and sending it to the back. One last type of adding of a picture. You can go ahead and right click on your slide. This is only when you want to have one picture. So here I'm going to go ahead and say I have title and content. Now this comes up and I can choose the picture. That's how you insert pictures, resize them. You can also crop a picture. If you wanted to crop a picture, you would go ahead and select the picture, select the crop tool, and then you can go ahead and make sure that you grab this black things instead of the side things, and you can crop the picture. Obviously I don't want to crop this picture, but I wanted to show you that you can crop pictures. Finally, I want to show you how it looks like when you're presenting it. Click on the slide number 1 because that's where you're going to start. Go to slideshow and you can click from beginning, or you can click on this button that says slideshow. Either way, it's going to go ahead and show you the presentation, and you will be able to go ahead and click your arrows. Remember the dim, that's the dim effect, and everybody will know where you are. But there's another half that you guys are not looking at, which I'm going to show you next. To show you that though, it's important to note this area down here, which is click to add notes. This is where you type your notes. These are called speaker notes. Now, the part that you were not looking at when I was projecting, see, you don't see the notes here, do you? You only see the effects that we created, and if it has a picture, you'll see the picture also. Now, the part that you guys are not looking at is this part right here, which is on my other monitor. If you have two monitors, they're not mirror, that means one extends over the other, you'll be able to go ahead and see in here controls that allow you to advance to the next slide, and when you click advance to the next slide, it actually will go ahead and advance to the next slide in here. See, I'm clicking the button, but I actually use the arrows or my button on my mouse. But the most cool thing, or the coolest thing in here, is that you can go ahead and actually see the notes. You can see the notes on this panel over here. So as you advance the presentation, it will show you here what you want to say about it without having it shown on the actual presentation. This is particularly nice when you're trying to go ahead and engage your audience and you have something to say. Like for instance, in this panel, you might not want to read this off, but you go ahead and describe some of the symptoms that comes with the disease. I'm going to go ahead and move this back over here. And I just wanted to kind of show you that whatever you type in the notes field, you will actually see on the projection. If you had two monitors that were not mirrored. There's also the condition where you have a laptop plugged into a projector that allows you to have non-mirror screens. On the Macintosh, kind of smart enough to recognize that. On Windows, you might need to do some poking around to make sure that you're not mirroring your images. But that's pretty much it. That's how you create a presentation in PowerPoint 2010 really quick.